Hi and welcome back to my channel. You guys, I'm super excited about this video, and it's a different video from what I normally do, but I thought let me do it anyway. So I decided that my gym bag is super heavy and I need to figure out what is in here that's making it so daggone heavy. So I said, you know what, let me just do a video so I can show you what I keep in my gym bag. Now let's see if I can pick this up because it's so heavy. I have my Nike gym bag, as you can see. So I love this bag because it holds everything. See, I think that's the problem. My Reebok bag I had before this was big, not quite this big, so I couldn't hold a whole lot of stuff in it. So maybe I need to go back to that. So first off, this is the journal where I log in all my weight training. Everything that I do for weight training goes in this book. I started this book, as you can see, on leg day, March the 11th of 2018. So this is how it looks. I won't go through the whole book, but I write down everything that I do, the weights, the sets, all of that. And it just allows me to go back and see, what I've done, what worked, what didn't work, what weights I've touched, and that kind of thing. So I like to track that. And I keep a pen, not necessarily this pen, but I keep a pen in here so I can always write down my stuff. Next, I have a bottle of lotion because from time to time, yes, I do have to go to the bathroom. And let's face it, nobody wants to be ashy. That's not a good look. So this is my white citrus. This came from Bath and Body Works. I love this stuff, you guys. So that stays in here. Next, I have gum. And as you can see, there's not many sticks of gum in here. And that's okay because I have a brand new pack that I just got from CVS earlier today. Bam, so I have a new pack. So whenever I go to the gym, I put this in my gym bag. Other than that, it lives in my purse. But I always have gum. And for me, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, when I am squatting and I'm doing reps, be it anything over 5 reps, I tend to get a little winded, and it's something I have to work on. It's my breathing. My coach has it down packed. I just cannot seem to get it, but I'm going to keep working at it. And so chewing gum allows me to regulate my breathing just a little bit better than when I don't have it. So that's why I keep gum. Now, I found out the hard way, I cannot chew gum while I'm benching. Because one day I was getting ready to do my bench set, and I took a deep breath in. Luckily, I hadn't unracked the bar, but I took a deep breath in, and when I did, the gum just went down my throat. I thought, holy shit. Holy shoot. But, so that's why I do not chew gum when I'm benching. I had to learn that the hard way, because it just never really dawned on me. What else is in here? Oh, I have this business card for Unbound Muscle Therapy. And James Barbosa, the athlete's massage therapist, and his website is www.unboundmt.com. So I need to give this gentleman a call because I think I told you guys a while back that I'm going to Massage Envy for their sports massage, and I just don't really think it's quite getting what I need. So, and I was talking to him about it at my last meet, and he said, yeah, those are great for relaxation. Give me a call. We'll set you up with some massages. So we'll see, especially in my back area. And even as I say that, I have this pain like right in here. And I have one of those patches on because it feels like the muscle is like this right here. And every now and then it contracts a little bit, but then it gets really tight. So I've decided that if it doesn't release itself fully tomorrow, I'm going to go over to the Bowie Medical Center and see if I can't get me a prescription for a muscle relaxer. I don't really like taking muscle relaxers because they do exactly what they say they're supposed to do. They make me very sleepy. Sometimes I feel a little lethargic, but when I wake up, the pain is gone. So I was trying to avoid that, but we'll see. Now, let's go inside the bag, you guys, and see what we have going on here. It's making this bag so heavy. Okay, so first off, we have my weight belt. So I wear my weight belt when I am, and this says Garage Inc. on the back. I bought this at a meet, I think back in 2016 maybe. But this is my weight belt, and it has the lever wait a minute. Because one of the screws fell out. It's in my bag though. So it has the lever clasp. I love this because I can open up the lever and not take the belt off. But I wear this whenever I'm squatting and whenever I'm deadlifting. It just helps to protect my back. Now, I will be ordering a new belt because my coach wants me to get, this is a 10-inch, I need a 13-inch, so it'll be just a little bit thicker. And so I will be ordering that very soon. So I have my weight belt because that's an essential for working out. I have my bands here. This one, as you can see, looks like it's never been used because it probably hasn't. But this one It's nice and it looks kind of greasy. But I use this one all the time. What do I use it for? Well, I use this. I stretch it over the bench when I am benching. Because what it does is, every now and then, when I bench without using this, as I'm, well, that's a whole nother video, but you get tight. So that my glutes are tight, my quads are tight, and I'm letting my arms do all the work. And my feet are not flailing all about. Well, sometimes as I'm doing that, I tend to slide down the bench. So when I wrap this around the bench, it grabs onto my shirt and it keeps me from sliding down. So that's what I use this for. Next, I have my new squat shoes, and these are by Adidas. How cute is that? Give you a side view. Bam. I love these. These are a size 6.5 in men's, because I wear 8 in women's, and they fit absolutely perfect. So this is what I squat in. I also use these when I am deadlifting, because I was deadlifting barefoot. When I say barefoot, I had on socks, just no shoes. But I think, right now I'm doing rack pulls with these on. But I think when I go back to the floor, actually deadlifting, I will continue to use my shoes. So I have those in there. And they only get worn in the gym, nowhere else. I have my wrist wraps. I have wrist wraps. I just ordered these recently. They're called, they're the Stoic brand of wrist wraps. So that's what these are right here. Love, love, love them. They're not too long and they're not too short. So let me just show you. Is this the one? No. Let me just show you. When you open them up, they're not super long, as you can see. So with this, I wrapped it around my wrists. And so, and this is how it goes around. And then you take the piece off the thumb. Didn't mean to pull that through. And so when I bench, or, you know, well, I use it for squatting and benching, but I take this off because I don't need that on my thumb. Plus, when you compete, you can't have this on your thumb anyway. And then it just keeps my wrists very stable. And this is so tight that sometimes I can barely have any feel it in my fingers, but that keeps my wrists very stable. So I love these. Okay, so we have that. And I have my new clamps in purple. Love, love, love these. The gym has those wired ones, but I like having my own. So I have these in purple. Just recently got those too. Received them in the mail, I should say. I have my knee sleeves. Now, you're going to say, well, Michelle, these don't match your wrist wraps. You're right. These are Ensor knee sleeves. And unfortunately, Stoic doesn't have any yet. But once they get some, I will order them. But I'm still using my trusty knee sleeves, my Ensor knee sleeves, and these I use for my heavy squat day. Like on Friday when I was squatting 200 pounds, I wrap my knees up nice and tight with those, and it just allows me to move the same weight as I would with my knee wraps. I use this when I go heavy. Anything under, I'm going to say 185, well, I can say probably 190. 190 and under, I can use my knee sleeves. I'm going to show you those in just a second. But anything over that, I use my wraps because it really keeps my knees tight. I have arthritis in my knees, so I'm always conscious of making sure I protect them. So, I have knee sleeves. And these are fairly new as well. And this is the Stoic brand. Well, I have a left and well, they're not left and right, but I have one for both knees. This is the Stoic. Can I just tell you, I love these. Oh, sweet Jesus. Love, love, love them. So when I squat, I have on my Stoic knee wrist wraps and knee sleeves. So I have these. And these keep my knees nice and warm. So that while I'm squatting, because people often ask me, well, Michelle, if you have arthritis in your knees, how come they don't hurt when you squat? Well, because I have on my knee sleeves. They keep my knees nice and warm so I don't have any pain. And again, once I go heavy, I don't believe I could. There was a time, let me say this. There was a time when I actually squatted 245 pounds with just knee sleeves. Not these knee sleeves. I'll show you the ones I did. Actually, they were these knee sleeves right here. But I squatted 240 pounds in these knee sleeves one time. I don't know that I could do that now, but I have these as well. And so this is what I use. So, next, here are my other knee sleeves, and these are Ray-Bans. These are my Ray-Bans. These are the very first knee sleeves that I purchased when I got into powerlifting, so I still have them. These are my Ray-Bans. My coach suggested that I get a longer knee sleeve, and if you look at these two, side by side, you can see that these are quite a bit longer than these. So I'm not going to get rid of these. I'm going to keep them, but I don't use these anymore This is what I'm using right now. And this is just the packaging that the Stoic knee sleeves were in, so I will be putting these back in here. And I kept the inserts that were inside of the knee sleeves just because I want to keep them nice and neat. Okay. And I found out from one of the guys at my gym who has these knee sleeves, he said when I wash them, put them inside of a pillowcase and tie the pillowcase up. So, next I have hand sanitizer. You guys, because let's just face it, when you're in the gym, there's all kind of germs. There's sweat everywhere. There's people that have colds and allergies and all that sinuses, all that other good stuff. So I like to take my hand sanitizer because when I leave the gym, this chick is tired and she is sore. So the likelihood of me going all the way to the back of the gym to go to the bathroom to wash my hands is slim to none. I can take out my hand sanitizer, put some on my hands, and take my happy behind on home, and I can wash my hands when I get in the house. But I always keep my hand sanitizer. Next, oh, you guys, I have had this. I got this. Hopefully, let me see, zoom it in so you can see it. I've had this little toy ever since my first competition, my very first meet, which was 6 years ago. Might be 7 now, but 6 years ago. After I finished competing, I went 9 for 9. That means I got all 3 squat, bench, and deadlift attempts, all 3. So after I finished, then my coach, he's in so all the women and then the men up to whatever the weight was went in the morning. In the afternoon, it was all the men and your heavyweights, all the the men in the heavier weight classes, like your 240s and things like that. And so after my set, I was so hungry. My mom and I went to McDonald's and I got a Happy Meal because I wasn't trying to overdo it. I was so excited that day, and I got this toy in that Happy Meal. And do you guys know, this is my good luck. Now I don't believe in luck, but this is my gym buddy, my little good luck token, and I keep her in my gym bag. No matter how many times I change gym bags, she will always be in that gym bag. So I have that. Next, okay, so here are my Ensor wrist wraps. So these wrist wraps go with the knee sleeves, right? And I'll just open up this one so I can show you. Now you saw how long the Stoic ones were. So these are super long. I haven't used these in so long. So you see how long that is? Look at that. So, since I am now using my Stoic knee sleeves, I ordered the wrist wraps to go with it. I can always revert back to these if I choose to. I'm not going to get rid of them, but right now I am just not using them. So, that's that. I keep these in there as well. What's next? Ooh. Okay, this is my Ram, you got. Titan. It's by Titan, and it's called a Ram. This, let me show you. So, you put it on just like this. My arms go in here, and I make sure that it's right across my chest here, so that what I use this for, I hope you guys can see that. So, yeah, I hope you can see that. So, let me bring it up just a little bit. So, this goes directly across my chest, and what I use this for is when I'm doing overload sets. So, case in point, last week I started out with 135, because I can do 135 for about almost 5 reps, if not 5. After that, I would need to use this. So I used my Ram, and I had 135 for a set of 10. This is my overload set. After I did my bench program, I like to do overload set. And then the following week, I went up to 140, 145, and I got to 150. So 135 to 145, I was able to do a set of 15. I'm sorry, 15 reps. Got to 150, and it was like, oh my God, I couldn't get past that 12 rep, y'all. So after the second week, my coach was like, no, we're not doing all of that. Go heavier with less reps, and that'll serve you better. So again, I use this if I wanted to take 135, 140, 145, and do it for reps. This is what I use for that, okay? Then I have what is called the Slingshot. So I have this, it's called the Slingshot. It goes on the same way. I put my arms through here and bring it across. Well, I'd have to be standing up to really get it right, but you get the idea. So I put my arms in like this, make sure it's across my chest, because what happens is, and this is why I get a lift off, because I'm not able to reach back and get the weight myself. So I get a lift off, and once my arms are right over above my chest, when I bring that bar down, you see how the weight will stretch this across my chest, and it gives it kind of a rebounding effect to getting it up, but you have to push. Some people say, oh, that's cheating. No, it's not pushing. This allows me to do weights that I can't do with this. With the Ram, I think I've gone as high as 185. After that, and I might even be able to do 190. I don't know. So my coach next week, my coach wants me to touch 200 using this. So we'll see how that works. But after that, I've got to use the slingshot because I won't be able to move the weight. And it's not cheating. Like I said, it gives you a little rebound effect as you're pushing up. But you've got to keep pushing to keep the weight in motion. So, you know, it is what it is. So I have chalk. As you can see, I have a little bit of chalk here, and I need to order some more. But I keep my chalk in this bag so it doesn't get all over everything. I only use this chalk when I am deadlifting because you want to really, you know, grip the bar and hold on to the weight. So I use it then, and I just rub it all over my hands, especially right in this area here. But rub it all over my hands and fingertips on both sides, and then I can really grip that bar and go to work. The problem is that you've got to be careful because that white stuff gets everywhere, and you have it all over your hands and all that kind of good stuff. So it can be a little messy, but it gets the job done. And let's see, last but certainly not least, oh, wait a minute. What else do I have here? Oh, okay, I have a couple more things in here. So, this is my chart when I go and compete. This is the kilogram conversion chart because whenever you're competing, they always have the weights in kilograms. Well, my math is not that quick for me to try to figure out that 25 kilos is 55 pounds. I wouldn't just know that offhand. Or that... let's see something else that I would have used, that 102.5 kilos is 225 3/4 of a pound. So I've had this ever since I started powerlifting, and I keep it in my bag. And I only need it really for competitions, but I just like to keep it in my bag so I know where it is. And this is going to go back in the front pocket. Next I have, just because you never know, I keep 2 of these. These are panty liners. I keep these in my gym bag because every now and then when you're squatting heavy and you got that weight on your back, let me sit these down. You have the weight on your well, I do high bar now, so the bar kind of rests right up in here as opposed to down a little bit further. And so every now and then when you go down, bam, it's beautiful. But when you come up, ooh, you know, you might let go of some fluids. So I like to keep these in my bag just because you never know. And honestly, when you're deadlifting, sometimes that weight is heavy and you get set up and you go lifting that weight up, and you know, stuff might happen. So I just keep these in my gym bag because you never know. Next I keep an umbrella. Always keep an umbrella because you just never know when it's going to rain, and it doesn't hurt anything to keep it in here. I have an umbrella in my gym bag. I have one in my work bag. I keep one actually I have 2 in the car. I'm not quite sure why. And I have one downstairs in the living room. Just never know when you might need an umbrella. So I always keep an umbrella in there. And last but certainly not least is my tripod. So if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram and you see me with my videos, I use this tripod and I open it all the way up and I place and this attachment is for the cell phone. And so you just kind of pull this up and I put my cell phone right up in here and I can hit my button and record. And I don't have to worry about, I used to prop it up next to whatever machine was next to me, or I'd ask somebody to take my video. This way I can do it myself. And I love the angle of it because it sits up, it's getting everything. Sometimes when you have it propped down, you know, propped up, let's say this was the rack next to me and I propped my phone up. I don't have it with me, but if I prop my phone up here, I'd have to tilt it so it's on just the right angle to get everything. So always have my tripod. And that's it, you guys. That is all that I have in my gym bag. And, yep, that's it. So, like I said, I wanted to do this video because I was cleaning out my bag anyway. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out, no, I need this. I'm sorry. I'm going to take out this set of wrist wraps and this set of knee sleeves, just because, like I said, I have new wrist wraps and knee sleeves that I'm using, and so I don't need to carry these around because they just take up too much space in my bag, right? So these will come out. Everything else will go back into this bag. So that's all I have, you guys. Thank you so much for giving me just a little bit of your time to share with you what's in my gym bag. So leave me a line. Let me know, what do you keep in your gym bag? I'm just curious. And for those of you that are new here, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I truly, truly appreciate it. If you just happen to drop in and you're not subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Tap that little bell so you don't miss anything. For my subscribers, thank you so much for all that you do to support me. I love you all to the moon and back, and there's nothing you can do about it. Last thing, if you're ever in the area and you'd like to come on by and work out with me, let me know. If you're in the DMV area, come on by. I'm in the gym Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at midnight, unless I oversleep. But you typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at midnight, I am in the gym, and I do that because I want to be able to get in and get out without having a whole lot of people there. So typically I do my program, get in 35, maybe 40 minutes of cardio, and I'm out of there by 2:30. Quarter of 3 at the latest. So I have time to, Mondays and Fridays, it doesn't matter because I telework or I work from home. Wednesdays, sometimes I can be a little tired throughout the day, but hey, I love my schedule. But if you're up and you just have nothing else better to do, come on by Gold's Gym, come see me, let's work out together. Until next time, take care.